peace and love. Welcome in, y'all. I feel I communicate. 40 divine. Feel, connect, know, understand, clarity, transparency, divine messages I receive and I gain. Amen, amen, amen. Ashe, ashe, ashe. Thank you, the Most High God. Thank you, the Most High communicate. Most High realm, thank you, universe. The stars, the sun, the sky. Hi, Miss Tracy. Welcome in. I'm sorry, I was doing a deep meditation before I got in. My ears been ringing. I've been getting a lot of downloads today. I just organized my cards too. I haven't used my cards in about a month. I have a lot of Oracle decks. I used to buy a lot of Oracle decks, tarot card decks. I used to buy so many. I spiritually stopped buying Oracle cards recently. Just stop. I haven't used cards in so long, but I'm going to use them today. I don't like to use too many. I like to use about 3 or 4 and then I'm done. I'm going to use the X, the Angel. I really like Oracle cards better. Oracle, you're getting more, it's more third eye transparency is what you're getting. You have to see through your abilities yourself for Oracle cards. I like to use this kind a lot. I'm gonna work with 2 probably. This one, I like the Our World today. If anybody getting like a general reading, any cards that I may use the Our World Today cards if someone gets a general reading. I'm doing readings also on here. $15 for a question, so I can do any question. But we're here to talk about Dolly Parton. She passed away. I'm really sad because I'm from Tennessee. I'm so sad. I'm from Tennessee as well. I've been to Dolly Land one time. I don't really like Gallenberg. I don't like Knoxville, any of those areas. Too racist. Not energetically for me. I'm more from Mississippi than Tennessee, I energetically feel. Um, with Dolly Parton, okay, let's energetically go. She knew her death was coming. She did not die the day that they're saying. She didn't spiritually die. Her soul did go to more of a harvestment. It was more of an announcement why they had to say it. She was already dying. When her sister was saying, please pray for her, that's when she died. That's when she died. When her sister was saying, please pray for her soul was dying. She really needed her husband. Some people die as soon as their loved one died. It was she needed to get sacrificed. She her okay, 333. Spiritually speaking, because it's a spiritual grounding number, 333. It's a telepathic number. Her soul had to get harvested for a bigger reason that they need to harvest her out. A lot with country music as a whole needed to harvest her out. She knew it spiritually, her time was coming. She knew her time was coming when her husband died. That's the thing. She was very glued to her husband. She was very glued. Okay. Ask the angels. Angels, show me. Angels, thank you for showing me so much communication of Dolly Parton. Archangel Raziel, please. Thank you so much for showing me. She's getting more of the spiritual reconnection and rebirth she needed. Because it was a dark entity she kept playing with. Dolly Parton played with dark and light attachment, but played very dark on a dark metaphysical standpoint because of the occult theme she was following in the industry. Her husband knew it. He kept her secrets with it. And he kept her spiritually grounded, even though she had to play in it. It's spiritual rebirth that's here for her, spiritual more communication. So what I'm getting with spiritual rebirth. She has to face a hell imprisonment for a while. She wasn't innocent in spiritual work. Oh my God, you ran out your meeting? Oh my God, your meeting is important. So she exuded the feminine energy. She was connected to it already as a child. The feminine energy she was naturally connected to. Tracy, that's a good question. You said that she was naturally connected to it. More on the spiritual figure of Dolly Parton, more of a spiritual figure of her. She was connected to hummingbirds. Amethyst. Amethyst around. Is it a full moon in Pisces? Is it anything in Pisces coming? The full moon is a spiritual transformation for her, but she could still be an intuitive ear for the elite center, the elite circle. Certain people she had in her hand initiation, she can telepathically communicate to them. Because I'm being shown that card is intuitive communication. She's doing spiritual telepathical communication to them. She left the wing of something and she knew her soul had to get sacrificed. She knew it was needed. It's a loss to the public. They put this out on the full moon. This was spiritually put out on a full moon. They did this to harvest people energy. It Okay, you're saying Miley and Billy. It's higher up than Miley and Billy. Miley and Billy, they're still lower toll. Miley has gone a little bit higher in it, but she's still losing some gain in it too. So she still has to get a little bit of higher of association. She's high by association, but she's still not strongly high in it. Miley's still not very high in it. Um yeah, the world is energetically set. This was soul harvest for the soul to be sad of her. But she's already been dead. Her spirit has already been dead. When she came out that hospital, she didn't come back her spiritual self. And they don't want a lot of things out, including her sister. Her sister is spiritually deceiving people. When her sister is going to be physically deceiving people and lying about a lot with her death. So she was sick. I don't think it was cancer. I'm not being shown cancer. Tim Curry also died. It's too many people that's dying for soul harvesting reasons. The soul harvestment, it's a soul harvesting that's going on. Because Tim Curry died from Home Alone. Then you had Hayden, still can't say her name. Hayden, she passed away. So many are dying. Nolan Wells death. It's a soul harvestment that's really going on strongly. It's no need to spiritually worry about her health. I don't feel her health was that. It was declining. No, but it wasn't cancer. They're spiritually lying to you guys. They're spiritually lying to you. They're false leading you to a lie. She was sick, but it wasn't cancer. It wasn't a battle of cancer. She did have a health issue. She's been having health issues for a while. She dealt with they're spiritually manipulating this energy. Um it's something spiritually manipulated in this energy because they're wanting me to say this is the words that they're wanting me to say. That's why I was like, let me pull a few cards. I won't read with a lot of cards because you can energetically get lied to in cards. This is what else I was seeing. They would keep in my ear saying pancreatic cancer, but I don't see it. I see a hospital bed that's manipulated to show me. I'm being shown a lot of manipulation. They're energetically manipulating her health. It was something else going on. It's a health issue, but it's not on the cancer aspect. Angel, show me. I see her in the hospital bed. She was in the hospital bed. Her sister is false leading. What was going on? Was something making her get sick? Was something making her get sick spiritually? No. It was something that was. They're lying. It's too many lies from too many people. Look, because I'm seeing the people coming in and out. It's like her sister is very aware of what's going on, but other people, they're false leading this too. Where they're lying to people telling her she had cancer is what I'm being shown. Because I see her in the hospital bed, but the sister is hiding and the sister's covering up. Yes, she needs rest, but it's something else going on. It's an entity she played with. An entity that she was playing with. She was playing with an entity strongly. And she does hand signals when she's tapping very strongly in it. And she has to gain more sense in it. And it's just her sign of initiation, appreciation. But the soul, it's something of an entity in flesh going on with Dolly Parton. Dolly Parton was false deceiving people on the 4D realm of what she really was. She was very tapped into the occult, been in the occult for a long time. But her sister is in it as well. This sister is very much in it too. That's why she's false deceiving people about what's going on, because the sister is aware and knowing what's going on, knowing what's needed. Her sister is doing a lot of the funeral I'm being shown, because she did know what she wanted planned, what she wanted shown. Dolly Parton had very strong greed too. She had strong greed and she hid money very, very well too. She hid money just in case. She played her toes knowing how this industry go with a lot of things, especially with her money. And it's a pause, it's a wait. They're doing a spiritual blocking to try to interfere so you won't know. Her soul was sacrificed out. It was sacrificed out. It was soul sacrificing that's been going on. Her soul was getting sacrificed out of it as well. She came back another, because she's been MK'd and she's been reprogrammed. They're all reprogrammed in all types of ways, in all types of occult ways. They're all reprogrammed. They're all mind controlled and going through a reprogram in some type of center form of the subconscious, how you daily do things on a regular motive, regular thing. She's off. She was off. She came back wireless. I'm hearing wireless. It's like, because they're showing me when she came back. Her sister was saying, please pray for her. I see she was throwing up. But something else is poisoning her. It was false lies about her health. I still don't see a cancer. I don't see a cancer. Um, Energetically, they have to get sacrificed out. It's about them needing to get spiritually Here's the thing. My intuition was so good today. My third eye has been open with so much clarity. But with this, it's spiritual blocking. Even her soul is trying to hide and require things about a certain game, because she knew that her soul had to get harvest for a game. She knew of the occult knowledge of her soul had to get harvest out in some way. Her soul did get harvest out. The reason why you're seeing Miley's in, are they going into her destiny is what I'm saying. It's something here. It's a, because she died, but it's more of a transition with her death. That's the thing. It's a transition, but is she on the 4D? Because I'm not connecting 4D at all to her. That is one thing I've been noticing with soul swapping and entities that live on this 3D matter. They do things on the soul surface. I mean, on their soul acquirement level. I'm hearing that. I keep telling you guys, people can live forever. The vampire theory is very correct, and it's something of the entity live on, but there is a manipulated lie. It's so much manipulation that's going on with her death. I don't see a strong health issue with her death. I don't. I don't. I see she's been reprogrammed out. It's something here. She was reprogrammed. She was dead already. She's been already passed away. But it was things that they was doing to her on a soul level where it looks like she was still here. Does this make sense where she's walking but she's unplugged? But it's something fully else that's fully in and keeping her alive for a greater spiritual nomad for high elite. Because it was something why she needed to do, because she was in conversation with Taylor Swift before she died. She very much was. And what was the spiritual communication that they were doing? It's like she had to stay up, and then they had to announce her death because she's already been dead. I don't believe cancer. I don't believe D'Angelo had cancer either. I believe they're false leading people with this cancer. I don't believe D'Angelo had cancer. He had a other health issue, but he was poisoned out with the health issue. He was poisoned. And then I have an issue with black people taking dialysis. I have the issue that is the main way they're cloning you. If you ever see a person going on dialysis, they're not coming out the same. I don't believe in certain things that, hey, you want me to be your caregiver? I'm not taking you to this hospital. Now, I had a lady on the phone, oh, it's good to get mammograms. I'm not for mammograms. I'm not for prostate getting checked. I'm not for any of that. That stuff come out and it gives you that shit. I don't give a fuck what any top person tell me, any fucking evil ass doctor tell me, anything. These things are energetically put out. Now, some people get cancer from stress, I see. Some people get health issues from a spiritual standpoint. But a lot of this shit is coming out is because if it's a certain type of destroy on the center, and you have to lose all control of what the sources are doing spiritually to the food, because they're doing something. They're doing always something to the gut health. It's something that I don't trust a lot of things. I don't. I don't trust a lot of health things. I really don't. I still spiritually won't. As I spiritually look in and tap in metaphysically, it is not being shown she had cancer. Dolly Parton is false deceiving people as well. And she's been wanting to, it was energetically put out to false deceive people of what she was going on. She was sick, but it was things reptilic in the flesh with her. She wasn't all the way of human mankind. And what she was doing on the soul harvestment level is crazy. Because I do see she's a white witch, but she can be the evil of the evil witch. And she can do false spiritual manipulation with her witch. That's the thing with her as well. And okay, how she didn't want Beyonce to be okay. This is my thing. And this is why I do believe the theory of what Nicki Minaj was saying about how certain people was going to die, then Will Smith appeared. It's all a part of a hidden occult illusion because things are spiritually being compromised on certain people. Universal key things. So they are trying to sacrifice people out and they're trying to spiritually cover up. And I said that Beyonce and Jay-Z do that a lot. They do spiritually covering up of things that can get universally manipulated on them. So they try to energetically manipulate on their own. I didn't like that Dolly Parton had it. Because here's the thing. It's something racist I kind of get from Dolly Parton. I'm going to go ahead and say it. I really do. I do not trust white people as a fool, including her. She stays in Tennessee. In East Tennessee. East Tennessee, that's enough for me to know. And that you're a white Eastern star. And when I see Trump post you, you've been a hidden Trump supporter for a very long time. You have been hiding things that you have been a part of for a very long time. And that you are a white Eastern star tells me all what I need to know about the occult themes, occult shit that you follow. And when you are with Taylor Swift, who also like to do energetical harvestment to black people, and really see white witches hide. White occult witches, they hide through, I'm just an Apollonian witch. I'm just this kind of witch. I'm this kind of witch that do this, but they're an evil frolic because they do manipulation, and then they're upset because they're always wanting black people frequency. You have to be careful, and then they follow racist occult themes. With any type of white spirituality, and I see an older person heavy into it, and it's a group, they follow something. Yes, she's following something of a racist occultic group. And that she said Beyonce would never be country music, that did not sit well in my mouth. I don't like Beyonce. I energetically do not like reading her. I find her very evil. I find her vicious. She walks in her demonic spirit, and she walks with her wings that she's gained. Being in the occult, because you do gain spiritual power. You gain a spiritual 3D power. You don't gain 4D power. You gain spiritual 3D power, and you have to move in that way. You're always having to create some type of darkness when you join this occult power. So Beyonce's in that shit. However, it's something with, they don't like that she's black. I still get that on top of this shit that it was race still. That has to do with that country cowboy, that Cowboy Carter album, and why they put out she don't like country music. It's a big push that white people do not like her. And I've always gotten Taylor Swift still spiritually don't like her, because Taylor Swift felt like she had to bow down to a black girl. That's why. It's still because she's a black woman. She's still getting this spiritual hate. I do see Beyonce get, because she is a black woman. And I see this industry, especially in this occult way, how everything has been manipulated and controlled. They're still in their racist shit, and so is Dolly Parton. And somehow these people that have gotten her soul inquirement and gotten this soul harvestment off of her death, Beyonce can get a part of it, but it's really country music. Country music is really going to have the country music celebrities. Like, I know country artists like Miranda Lambert. I know you guys like, really? You know, I like Chris Stapleton. He makes good country music, but I can see racist. I don't trust no white people in general, by the way. But they false deceive you in their eyes a lot. But they're in their same occultic group, and Chris Stapleton is very heavy in it. He's been heavy in it for a very long time, too. So, this whole country music group as a whole, but Taylor Swift as a whole, it's a spiritual power she's going to gain. I'm being shown that she's inside of her now. Spiritually thinking, they do a soul. When they do these award shows and stuff, they do some type of private thing. And they do a private ceremony. This is my theory that they do with a lot of celebrities. They do soul ceremonies, and they do soul celebrations where the soul lives inside of you and you can gain something out of the soul. And that's why they kind of have to have the frequency of the death to be a certain way. That's why Whitney Houston body cannot leave that stairs. They was getting off the frequency of her dying. That is what the fuck I'm getting. It was some full vampire shit, and it was a full occult ritual that they did to her, and they summoned the spirit and the frequency of her after they killed her. That is what I think they do at a lot of these award shows. I think the black celebrities go get it worse. I really believe, this is my theory, I believe black celebrities, after they die, they're getting eaten. Their organs are getting ate by the rich white elites. Like the rich white elites, like the most powerful of the powerful reptilian crew. They're eating their fucking organs. I've been getting that a long, long time now, that they've been doing it. I believe they did that to Michael Jackson. I believe they do soul harvestment on a strong level. You saying it's terrible, but you're not looking of the flesh that they are. They're not walking of the human consciousness and the human flesh that we do. They walk in a certain thing, and they've been following that thing for a long time. And they will stay following that thing, till soul eternity. This is a soul eternity with them. And this is not a one life thing with them. This is a group ideal thing, but with Dolly, the soul is getting harvested in the group. It got harvested and it came inside of the group. So her power is still in that group, and she still can spiritually run things because she living inside of them. I know that's like what the person does. The soul lives inside of somebody when they die. When your ancestors die, they live inside of you if you spiritually tap into them. Yes, they can. If you spiritually strongly tap into them, they will. They really will. But that's what's going on with her. So with the death of her, the soul was already encrypted. She was already physically dead. Okay, she was physically dead, but the soul was doing spiritual work where they didn't need to say her death until after around this full moon period. This full moon period is going to be a destruction force. I keep being shown Taylor Swift is encrypting people of what she's hiding, what she's alluding that she's of a part of, and what on a soul level she gains from this, and the power she gained. But something with Taylor Swift is an evil animal spirit out. She's not, she's fully false deceiving as this one, and this dark spirit has been inside of her and been false eluding people. She's been in her third life doing this too, Taylor Swift. She's been false deceiving people. In one of her lives, Taylor Swift, she's done this and on a soul level where she can deceive people and do energetic manipulation. She's done this somehow. She's connected in a government life doing this. Have you guys ever seen Suicide Squad? Okay, so Charles Hughes, don't watch me. I don't really care. Cherry Hughes, please just don't watch me. You don't have to watch this channel at all because I probably don't like you. I don't like your breath. It's probably a lot with you. Taylor Swift's husband is with her for branding and image. And he comes from a racist family too, where they didn't want him with a black woman. So that's why he couldn't stay with that black girl. Yeah, whatever that Charlie Hughes person, they'll never be able to talk on my channel. So just unsubscribe and go. We don't like you here. Bye. Have a great day. Great life. Leave us alone. Low vibrational entity. Low vibrational entities get spiritually attacked. They get attacked from their own demons, though. You don't even have to put a candle on a low vibrational entity. Um, Taylor Swift. Okay. No, it sounds crazy on the 4D principle, but it's been people who've been reptilians and who've been doing strong energy harvesting and know how to prowl through the spirits and walk of the frequency of the person. She knows how to tap into people's subconscious. She knows how to get people obsessed, and she comes across very innocent, very, it's a performance with Taylor Swift, so she portrays as innocent. She's never spiritually been innocent. She's always been walking in dark occult themes that her mom has eluded her and put her in. Taylor Swift does false deceiving to people. False deceiving to people. And she's been lowering the frequency of the sound. I don't like the sound. I used to like her old music. I don't like the frequency sound of her music now. It's more darker and cryptic what she's doing, a theme of darkness she's following in. It's a lot of dark and cryptness that she walks in. I believe Selena Gomez is very dark. She was involved, allegedly for entertainment purposes only. She was involved. Their marriage is for branding. It's a marketing purpose. They're both manipulating and false leading each other in a lot of ways too. Um, they're he's not attracted to her, but he needs her by association. So he's going to lie. She knows he's lying, but it's in certain ways she's using him for. In a lot of ways, she's going to keep up. It's going to be weird energy. A lot of the NFL players feel her being around, like the NFL a lot. I used to look. Selena Gomez is involved with that boy David. Selena Gomez has gotten higher initiation in it. That's why she's a billionaire. People don't get become billionaires off of what they do. It's off of what they're associated by. It's what they're encrypted to work with. It's all the dark following that they're associated with, and it's all the lies that they do and they climb in. So Selena Gomez, she's done a lot of climbing in. She lost a child, I'm being shown. She can't gain this child because she did something karmic with this child. I don't. So she had the. It's like she gave the baby to Epstein or something. It's like she had a child, but she gave it to Epstein. I know you guys are like, what? Her and Justin Bieber, they had a child that they gave to Epstein. Epstein does things with babies. It's almost on a demonic force of how abortions look. I don't have a spiritual problem with abortions if it's done correctly. And here's the thing with abortion why I'm okay with it. You're eliminating a karmic soul if you are having abortion with a karmic soul tie. Somebody you had a child karmic with, I do not have an issue with you having abortion. Spiritually looking, abortions are not all the way bad because they did it during the beginning of time as well. Abortion sometimes women had to do if they couldn't fully give birth, but that's showing you something is karmically wrong with the spiritual partner you're having. It's always when you have a karmic child, it's something with that partner. Y'all weren't supposed to agree to have this child. This child come with a lot of um spiritual dark debt you have to kind of agreeably face. Abortions can be used for bad if you're chemically. It depends. It could be used for good or bad in a situation. Something Raven Simone did to her child as well too. Raven Simone has followed something to her child as well, and she wants to keep it very hidden, and she's very private and secretive that she did have a baby and she had a daughter, it looked like, but spiritually thinking she does not right and she's not in her right mind to have a child. And even after she lost that child, she spiritually does not. It's like it's not a good mental for her to have a kid. She's been through so much. She and her frequency could not be apparent because she's not in her right head, and she goes in and out of lower and bad depression. Raven Simone does not need a child. She does not need a child. So back to Dolly Parton. Dolly Parton's husband, I believe, has been in this for a while too. I believe Dolly Parton's husband was knowing and was aware, and he was in what Dolly was doing too, and he was associated with. Yeah, it's a reason why that child doesn't need to come. With stillbirth, miscarriage, everything, it's like you're being protected. You're spiritually protected because that child is a karmic force. I've had a lot of family members that've had miscarriages. My mom, she's had a miscarriage. My mom, she's had a miscarriage before as well. I've known a lot of women to get abortions a lot. I've been to abortion clinic. I've not lost a child. I've never had a kid or nothing like that. I'm very good with them. I don't want kids right now. It's not a bad thing to lose a child either through a miscarriage. It's more of a protection. And when a woman has a miscarriage, she does need to get a spiritual cleanse. I'm being shown. She has to do a spiritual bath. That's where Mother Mary comes in and she telepathically tries to heal and cleanse you. You can work with Mother Yemaya as well. With Mother Yemaya, what she says about miscarriages, she's looking at it as you uncleansing what the soul was harvested with the child. So it's the root of the child can't fully come face. And sometimes a lot of women can have a miscarriage because of health issues. It's certain spiritual things that's inflicting them not to bring a child. It's spiritual things on the output where a child cannot come. Why? So it's multiple spiritual reasons than one why a woman have a miscarriage or a stillbirth. It's a lot of reasons why. And someone could have done a spiritual block on your child. Some people can do spiritual root work on you while you're pregnant where it hits the kids very quick. That is what I've seen as well too. You can get hit very quickly when you're pregnant, where you can have a miscarriage. That's why you don't supposed to tell people who you're pregnant till like you're 4 months, because you can get evil eye very soon early. I would wait 5 months. In the spiritual realm that we're in right now, a woman needs to wait 5 months to announce she's pregnant to everybody. Just make sure 5 months. And she needs to do a lot of spiritual uncrossing bow. She needs to read Psalms 91. She needs to read the Virgin Mary prayer. You can connect to Yemaya or Oshun, any deity that is connected to a mother pregnancy figure. And they can try to spiritually protect your child, but it needs to be in a straight soul alignment. Soul alignment, so you won't have a miscarriage. Because sometimes that spirits will protect you for where you do have a miscarriage. It's for a better good, for you not to deal with so much heavy burdens with that person. Like I see Portia, like Portia from Atlanta. She was talking about she had a miscarriage with the first husband she was with. But looking back, it's better she had that, she didn't have a child with him, who was very mean and abusive and cruel. And she spiritually waited and she got blessed when she had a baby with Dennis. Dennis is more in her alignment. He's an easier co-parent. Dennis did not do any physical abuse to her. He did some things to Portia, but the relationship didn't all the way work because of both ends. But the angels did see he was going to always be a financial provider to PJ, and he was always going to be, that was one thing her ancestors saw, and her ancestors gave that baby, and they knew he was very smart. He was going to put education, because Portia's ancestors are very big on her daughter going to school, is what I keep hearing. I need to do maybe another reading. Her and Sway will not work. Sway is distrusting, and Sway see through Portia lies more than what Portia know. And Sway is deceitful to a certain degree. But Sway do like Portia, but they're not going to be together all this long. She'll go back to men, but she'll hop with women. She's going to always hop with women to men. That's one thing that's going to happen. With Dolly Parton death, it's the soul harvestment. It's to make people more energetically sad. It's an energetic harvestment that they're trying to do more for this full moon. It is an energy harvesting that will be more proud out on this full moon. That's why I'm big on you're not attracting things on full moons. You need to try to cleanse, stay at the house on full moons to keep your energy better. I don't go out on full moons. Really don't. I like to go out on new moons. On full moons, I like to be at the house. Full moons are very, very heavy for me. Energetically showing this full moon in Pisces. What woman has gotten her cycle? Clap it. Any woman gotten her cycle, it's a spiritual message I'm being shown to tell you for the women who've gotten their cycle, because it's a lot of healing that has to be done. If a woman has caught her cycle around this time, she has to do a lot of spiritual work. Who has caught their cycle? Like, just be honest, that's a real thing. This cycle, you shouldn't be ashamed of it. It's still things that you're needing to release, but I'm talking like still currently, like their cycle is gonna be on for this full moon. Their cycle will not be clear on, it will be on for the rest of this full moon. Yours cleared up, so you're drying away from some things, but you still have to clear heavy emotions. You may need to cry out some things on the full moon, Ellie Cutie. You may need to cry out some things because you're still having heavy attachment, heavy things you really need to release out. You need to cry it out. You need to purge it out, and you need to release it out to your ancestors. You need to do a universe letter. You need to write a letter to the universe of what you're needing to release, and that it's released and it's gone, and that you released yourself from all the transgressions that you faced. You're going to see a lot of what you overcome, of the stillness that you still overriding. You're just cramping. It's gonna be okay. So the full moon hasn't taken place yet. The full moon is on this Friday. That's what I mean. The full moon is on this Friday, so you could see more heavy emotions. Because you're doing more spiritual work, Faith. You've been doing more spiritual work, and you've been doing more spiritual detoxing. You've been doing more spiritual detoxing recently. You've been cutting away from people. You've been spiritually listening a little bit more. You've been trying to spiritually listen to what you got to detox out. When you're on your cycle, you don't need to talk to nobody. That's the one thing that the women have to realize. When a woman is on her cycle, she don't need to talk to nobody. She don't need to. She needs to be spiritually releasing what all done fucked with her. That moon cycle. That's what she needs to be releasing. She needs to be releasing negative thoughts, banishing certain things, banishing. When you are on your cycle, that's the most important time to do heavy spiritual work. But if you, yeah, if you're getting, yeah, you're emotionally intense. That's why. It's still some things heavy. What I'm saying, when I see a woman get a cycle on a full moon, she got to purge some shit out, or that shit is going to be around that next moon cycle. If you don't purge that shit out, it's going to be on you for your next period. It's going to be a heavy effect for you for the next moon cycle. It is. Because that's the thing. The moon is not in the sky. And people get so upset when I say the moon is not in the sky. We are the moon, and we are universe dimensional beings. You cannot go into space and go to a 4D realm. You go through that through that time, through dimensions that people set here, and that's been created among us. You set it around certain things in time boxes that you can astro travel. You yourself can go into different multi dimensions as a whole, as a person. So why you don't think you can go into space? Something to think about. So you detox Sunday. Like, oh, so you finished your cycle Sunday? I'm a guy, it's still stuff with cycles I be like confused about. Like, is your sex drive going kind of low, Evie? Because that's what I'm being shown. Your sex drive. You are in premenopause, but you're dealing with you've been dealing with. You gotta spiritually rebirth yourself. It's okay. Why is there so many black women going into premenopause? I think it's always been a thing, but I think it's a stress incompetence that's going on that's causing women to go into premenopause. I don't believe menopause is that natural. I do believe you go into a state of change, of a spiritual change, but I don't believe you go through side effects like hormonal issues the way take testosterone for take estrogen. I'm not trusting a woman should be taking estrogen. Like, I don't trust a woman should be taking that because I think my grandma had her cycle until she was in her 70s. I've had a grandma who had because I've seen women in my families have a baby at 50. Okay, so you had a very early cycle because a lot of women in your family have babies up in their 50s, Ellie. It's something going on with your lineage. You can have a baby at 50. Birth control do a defect to the sex too. It does a defects to the emotions. It does a lot to mood swings, and it does a lot to do a lot of spiritual body effects. It's a lot of heavy metal inside of birth control. I don't have an issue with women taking it, because you do, if you don't want to have kids, you need to be on something. Um I don't know about birth control. I know that's like, what? I don't know about birth control. I don't believe women are naturally supposed to take birth control. If you energetically and you metaphysically look, men are actually supposed to take birth control. Men bodies can go through certain changes that women really can't. And we won't really see it. Man won't see a body symptom as quick as a woman. Yes, that's very truthful. We can go through certain, like, I don't really like, certain things can ache me for a while and it won't bother me. So it's a lot that the men should be taking birth control. And here's the thing: sperm naturally hits when a man bust spent so much sperm, especially if you control healthy sperm in the cells. And if you do certain things to the birth control, it can do a lot of good things with male birth control. And it'll be certain side effects to be the cause, like an acne issue, a hormonal defect issue. Men may eat a little bit more, but if they work out with it, it could be a control thing. So man taking birth control is actually would be a better physical side effect, and health issues being less cause. Um, I'm a skeptic on birth control. I'm a skeptical on it. I don't have an issue of women taking it, because you need something if you don't want kids. Um, I think it can do an early menopause state, is what I can see with birth control as well. It can put you on an early state, and it can defect your time. It sometimes defect the period tracking, and that is defecting. It does a hormonal block. I'm being shown. It can do a hormonal block, and it can cause a lot of fibroid issues as well. It can cause fibroid issues. A lot of women catch birth control health issues from bad birth control. I'm being shown, and they sometimes can catch breast issues. Something of breast issues can come from bad birth control as well. How you guys feel about heartburn? I was trying to read that because somebody I knew was having heartburn yesterday. They was telling me about it. I was like, I need to spiritually read about heartburn. I need to read about heartburn. Like, when a person get heartburn at night, what does that mean? Because it was a aunt that I had that was dealing with heartburn yesterday. And I was like, is she dealing with menopause or something? It's like a small side effect, I feel like, with the aunt who was saying it. Because I have family, they like me to energetically read. I don't see a heart issue with something like a heartburn at night. Because my grandmother, she used to get heartburns a lot at night. She's never had an issue with her heart. She's never like had congested heart failure or nothing. Um, Heartburn can always mean it's like a defect of some kind. It's something of a defect. Okay. Let me read this full moon too. I want to read this full moon. Y'all gonna have to balance, but y'all need to trust. It's going to be some type of intuition lie that they're going to do. You know, they can spiritually manipulate and they're going to detwist something. Here's the thing with CERN. After CERN's been off, they've lost a lot of medic magnetic power. So we're going to see a lot of spiritual glitches of what's always been hidden. Because here's the thing, I've been seeing the Mandela effect more after CERN has been off. I don't know why nobody's talking about that. Like, I have not heard one person mention since CERN been off. I've been seeing a Mandela effect with everything. I did not know Chick-fil-A had a K on the name. I thought it was just chick, like CHIC. Now I see a K. I'm like, I just see a lot of Mandela effects to a lot of things. Like, it's been glitches that's been exposed, that's been hidden to us. A lot of things plain in sight. Like, just, it's always been there. Yeah, something is spiritually going on, and they've been deceiving people for so long. But a lot of people are getting awareness. Mm, spiritually deceiving. People spiritually deceive in multiple components. Here's the thing about me. I can always tell a good manipulator how a person talk energetically to me. When a person can never fully disclose a one answer, it's just you have to always know how people manipulate certain factors and certain energy. They manipulated too much with the fucking news to me, especially with this health stuff. They say one thing to do with health and then they say another. I don't go either which way in it because they're playing in too many types. And they're doing this a lot with the food I've been seeing. One day they say everything good, next thing not good. They've been knowing it's more of a poisoning that's going on to the food and that this food is not chemically right and it's a shortage. This food is not chemically impotent. We're not eating real flesh. That's what's fucking us up. That's why our nervous system fucked up. That's why our health fucked up. We really have to detox daily. We have to drink clove tea. I need to make some clove tea with some lemon, and we have to like drink that regularly to clean our system. We need to drink hot water every fucking day. We have to because it's a lot that they're trying to kill us chemically with food. And that's the biggest thing that they're trying to tell you to be very careful of. The bacteria process in food is getting so bad. It's literally people are having heavy parasites inside of them that's been controlling. Because here's the thing with STDs that's going on. Now, with the STD talk, because I keep seeing HIV everywhere, especially like in Atlanta. They be like a strong, I don't think everybody have it like they're saying. That's the thing too I've been getting. I know that's like, what, eccentric, you crazy. I believe tests can lie to you because I read a girl, I can't say her name, can't disclose it. She a client or whatnot. She called me. I already knew it was about an STD because she was acting all nervous and shit. I was like, this girl got, I'm like, she got burnt or she thinks she's burnt. Um, and then I'm like, nah, you ain't got no STD. And then she was like, she did not have no symptom. Here's the thing about an STD. Energetically reading, a STD of any kind shows up in 7 weeks. 7 weeks is what I energetically see. I don't care what doctors say it takes 5 years for HIV to show up or herpes. Herpes is going to show up quicker than 2 months. It doesn't take less than 2 months to spot you have herpes or HPV or any other STD. They're lying to people saying you've been having this in your system all this amount of time. They're false deceiving people about blood types and things like that. Now, I understand you can get, because I told her she didn't have herpes. I told her, I'm like, girl, you don't have herpes. You don't. And she was acting nervous. I'm like, you really don't have herpes. And she does good with using condoms anyway. I'm like, she don't have herpes. She went back and she didn't even have the test. So how many people are there lying too? And how many people are there just giving people STDs because they're not properly cleaning out the tools women get when they're doing STD checkups? That's how I think. I think it's bacteria that's growing back while these STDs are arising. Something is causing something to arise back, and I do believe it's something with bacteria being strongly formed. That is what I've been thinking. I think certain people have been catching this bacteria, getting it, and then when you go back to the doctor, you keep catching it. Because it's too many people with it now. It's too many. It's just like with COVID. When too many people had it, I knew the shit wasn't real. Didn't know. But guess what? I wouldn't have sex. I don't want that shit. I know it's not energetically, I know it's put out. So I'm not saying I don't believe in STDs. They're real, but that everybody has one now, that's something that's forced in. I don't believe it's food either. I don't believe it's food. I believe it's bacteria that could be in food. So I believe the bacteria that's processing in the food is causing certain things to mark out in certain things. I do believe blood types can cause a trigger, because here's the thing, I don't believe anybody can get any disease. It's your blood type that you're in the realm of, it's the blood type that your family have while you're so connected of getting something. It's always your blood type is what I see through readings. If you always want me to read your health, it's always through your blood you get something, your blood type, or something that's mucus, or something of a mucus that's put in some way. That's how you get it. A lot of things that comes through the blood type come through spiritual unhealing, something of the spiritual misalignment, and something that has been energetically put out too. Something that's been energetically put out on this surface. I do see why we more. I'm sorry. I just put back my tongue ring in, so certain words are hard to say. Why you can have I forgot what I was saying, but why you can have that trigger and why the blood can have that trigger. It's something with your blood type, and it also goes what's been energetically put out during that time, what health battle you're having. And I don't trust the medicine at all currently. Don't trust the medicine at all. It's coming. It's a lot that they're reducing it to. It's a lot that this health is reducing it to. I don't trust a lot of medication. Don't. I don't. I've only taken medicine like twice in my life. Twice or three times. Now, my parents, they're big. Oh, I go get checked up at the doctor. I think people who are not awake and do stuff like that. When you're still in the matrix, you go get a checkup every 3 months. When your body doesn't need a checkup every 3 months, you don't need a checkup. Period. You need release with your body. You have to always be physically releasing things out. How many days did you detox? Did you get this out? I don't trust lettuce right now either. It's a lot that is going to the gut right now with lettuce that I'm not trusting with lettuce. So she's right. She's right about with lettuce what they're doing to the food, but it's been a food poisoning that's been going on for years, but it's been arising, and it's been causing more issues recently. general reading for today, collective. Angels, the collective. Archangel Weston, thank you for communicating with me. Show me everything. Spirits. Y'all are trying to gain more spiritual guidance. Collectively, I do see y'all trying to find the spiritual path to go on. 222 is a number you guys could be seeing a lot. You guys are just trying to find the spiritual alignment of the spiritual. Like, what is the purpose? What's the goal of why I'm here? What's the goal of why I'm here? What's the spiritual transition? What can I translate to? And you've been trying to. Here's the thing: you keep asking, but you have to not ask. You need to more understand why. Understand why everything is in the path of you and what you need to do to translate to get a lot of things that you need to deconstruct or just fall in line and let things flow in. You need to be doing more questions of why instead of wondering about a lot of things, more questions of why. Like, because you're still confused on why I have to deal with this. Why is this in the life path? Like, y'all be like over certain shit. I be over certain shit too. But it's just to keep it real. You guys be over a lot. And now y'all be, why do I deal with this? Why do I? Um, you're needing to self-love and understand yourself too and be true to yourself, be authentic. It's time for a change that you have been holding on of letting go. If you let go of it, it'll help you more. You guys need to get more spiritual wisdom, tap more into spiritual wisdom. That's when you can get your throne. Your ancestors will give you your throne. They'll give you your crown. You need to tap more into your crown chakra too to understand more ideas. Your crown chakra needs more activation because you want more activation so you can get more business ideas, more spiritual clarity, more spiritual insight. You tap in and you balance your crown and you protect your crown. I wear a lot of do-rags. I wear a lot of do-rags. I wear a lot of turbans. Believe it or not, I'm kind of into, I have that look to myself too. It's really to protect my crown though. I wear it a lot in readings. You know, especially after I get my hair braided, it's kind of good to wear anyway. But it's good to wear to protect your crown in readings. But you also just get more spiritual downloads. The crown, when you cover your crown more. So I do love to cover my crown. Start covering your crown more. That can spiritually give you more insight and more downloads. And that's one thing, it can help you. A lot of you guys are called to be a healer, but you guys got to restore. And you guys got to understand spiritual balance, spiritual grounding. It's certain indigenous antiques that you need to learn that the healer did. You know, and if you go to the indigenous land, you go to with the Choctaw, with the Makataw, with the Blackfoot Indians do, what they did as restoration, as healing, as guiding techniques, as spiritual tests. And you can learn a numerology following as well with them, but healing techniques that came through your ancestors, especially if you do have a following of indigenous ancestors, you do have this connection. So you should definitely use this to understand your healer ability and that your ancestors do have. That would definitely help you tap in more. Get off social media for a while. Get out, go outside and ground yourself, but get focused. Get focused on the success you want and be a daily go-getter at it. Be a daily go-getter at it. Why are y'all focusing on love when you need to have goddess energy? You cannot be trying to chase. You have to just realize what you already are. And you can't chase. You have to let people chase you. So tap more into the subconscious of a goddess and what a goddess is. Tap more into the subconscious of it, the metaphysics and understanding your beauty, connecting to your Venus, connecting to your 12th house. Because a lot of y'all 12th houses in astrology, I'm hearing, and your degrees, understand your beauty and what you can gain out of it. But you have to understand and work with your goddess energy more and work what you can accumulate with it. Understand your self-consciousness with your goddess energy too. Understanding how highly you can go. You guys do possess demigod energy. You guys are a prophet of God and you're coming here for a spiritual understanding, a spiritual recovery. You guys are supposed to gain spiritual downloads, but you guys got to telepathically surrender. You have to spiritually surrender. You have to complete certain difficult tasks and go through shadow work, and you have to release certain people as you spiritually grow, and you cannot learn to be, you cannot learn attachment to a person. Nobody on this earth you can be attached to. That's the hardest thing I'm spiritually learning, and that's one thing you're always learning in spiritual levels and rankings. You cannot have a spiritual attachment to nobody. That's the hardest thing in this whole shit. You cannot have an attachment to nobody, because you'll always be hurt, and you'll be hurt, and you'll have a detachment, and you'll have something that's holding you. A lot of things entrepreneurship you guys have to do, but y'all have to speak up with your throat chakra. You have to be more honest of what you want. You have to see what you want and stand up, and you need to speak up. It's people you need to speak up to, people who bullied you, people who wronged you. You need to speak up about it. If you stay with, you guys have to have a balance with your throat chakra. It can't be too loud, it can't be too much. It has to be balanced. And when you have balance with it, you flow in with it. So you can't speak up too much, you can't speak up too not. I have a balance. Some days I'll speak up, some days I won't. I have a balance with it and how I flow in it. Some things get energy, some things don't. I just give it my peace. Um, insomnia. Insomnia is going to be heavy. Focusing on what you need to surrender. We're trying to break dark attachments that's in your ancestral lineage is what you're facing. Spiritual signs that you're seeing, but you're not understanding why. Y'all are seeing angel numbers and still don't know why. Guess what's a good song for y'all to listen to? It's a spiritual frequency song for what y'all need to hear right now. And I've been playing it a lot when I've been doing candles, protection candles, uncrossing candles, cleansing candles. When I've been doing my frequency candles, spiritual, because I do spiritual wisdom candles. Human Nature by Michael Jackson. Y'all need to play that because he's saying in the song, tell them why. He said, ask them why. He was saying to the universe, why do things? It's connected in human life to be that way. That song is a spiritual guiding song, and it does healing to the heart chakra. So that song is a really good song to meditate to, of what you need to heal from, what you got to overcome. That's a really good song, Human Nature by Michael Jackson. It has a strong frequency in it. He did a lot of frequencies that healed a lot of chakras in a lot of people. That's why a lot of kids like Michael Jackson, his music has a frequency, high frequency that align the 7 chakras. And it has you in your inner child feeling, his music. And inner child feeling is always in a joy, in a spiritual rebirth feeling. I was just in my inner child. I had just left from somewhere. Just left from somewhere. Um, and it was like I'm a nerd. I'm a nerd. But I'm a comic book nerd. A lot of people don't know. It was it was like a games place. It had all the WWE action figures. It had all the it had like any comic person I like. It's this show I used to watch called Umbrella Academy. Who has not watched the Umbrella Academy? That show is good as fuck. I like fantasy things. Anything fantasy, anything with a supernatural to it, I'm obsessed with it. I'm going to be amazed to it. I like anything that has a magic feeling to it. So I was in there. I was just like my inner child healing. Seeing all the comic books. By the way, I want to do a reading on Black Panther because I cannot wait for the Black Panther 3. Marvel is about to get back good. Marvel is going to be reset if they follow the themes of the comic book. If they follow the themes of the comic book, that shit would be so good. Because here's the thing, they're doing a new X-Men class, and they casted a new Storm. People don't know this. Storm was married to Black Panther. Yes, she was. She was married to Black Panther. Somehow, so the Marvel universe fought against X-Men. Somehow they divorced because Storm took X-Men side and Black Panther was on the Avengers side. So it was the Avengers against X-Men in the comic books. If they do that in the movie, because they casted a new Black Panther and a new Storm, that could make billions if they go and follow that. If they want billions, that could be. But they have to show Storm true power because Storm is more powerful in the book. I don't like how Storm portrayed in the movie. I was like, it's some karmic man has entered the womb. When I see women with endometrius, they always have something going on that's imbalance. It's a spiritual imbalance with endometrius, a strong spiritual imbalance. It could be solar plexus. It's a solar plexus. It's definitely a sacral issue. It's an imbalance, but something with a karmic man has gave that spiritually. Now, some women can get it naturally. It's heavy wounds that the battle. I have not watched X-Men. Okay, so I don't have Disney Plus. I'm upset. I need to get Disney Plus. Um, because I want to watch the old Star Wars. I've been wanting to watch the old Star Wars. I was one of those black kids. I was the black nerd that went on Christmas to see to see Star Wars. Like a lot of people didn't do that. I used to do that as a kid. I was not I don't know. I'm not reading that right now. I'm talking about X-Men. Um X-Men, what I was about to say. So I do want to see Star Wars get better. I've not watched any of the new Star Wars. Oh, send me the link. I definitely will watch it. Here's the thing. I'm a big anime fan. I'm a big Marvel and DC fan. I'm a big WWE fan. I'm a big witch movie fan. I'm a big horror movie fan. A lot of people don't know I love horror movies. Yes, she's so powerful. I would love to see somebody like Storm go up against a Black Widow. Like a Black Widow. Um, I like Catwoman more now. Oh my god, I've been re-loving Catwoman. I know that's like what eccentric, you crazy. I really like Catwoman. Strong spiritual message about the Bat Set and Kemet, what they're talking about the ancient Egyptian goddesses, about the ancient cats, the power that the cats had. It was very, very powerful. I don't know why the movie didn't get respected. The movie Halle Berry did in Catwoman. Very, very spiritual. Highly spiritual. It talked about the Venus. And people miss a lot of what Sharon Stone character said in Catwoman. The white lady who was using her cosmetics as power. Remember what she's saying, what she was doing. So when she killed, she rather tried to get help from her because she knew what she was stealing altogether. She just rather killed herself at the end. And what the and then what the cosmetics was doing. They were showing you what the cosmetics was doing. They were showing you what the cosmetics was doing. The cosmetics was siphoning people out. The cosmetics was causing headaches, was causing cancer. So it was already telling you what was going on. And I love what the professor told her in Catwoman. The professor told her, because you remember in the movie, she kept feeling off. She kept feeling off. Why these cats keep coming to me? Why this? That professor knew she was going to come back. And when she died, she got rebirthed. It was a spiritual rebirth she had. Midnight kept her alive. He spiritually kept her alive. The cats used to do that in the ancient time for the woman. So that's why they always demonize the witch with the cat. Because the cat was always the healer for the woman. So when you see a woman that has a cat, she can heal. The cat is healing that woman. She's spiritually getting cleansed. She's spiritually regrouping herself. It's a lot that's good with the ancient cat. Nothing's bad with the ancient cat. Nothing is bad with the ancient cat. Um, they show correctly about the cat and how she told her a cat women cannot be tamed. She said you come from your own. She said you come from a line of women who would never tame, who were powerful. And I love that she told her. She said you will often be misunderstood and alone. When you possess powers, a demigod power like that, you are misunderstood. You are alone. You are always ostracized. You're always around alone. Buffy the Vampire Slayer. Are you talking about that? Because I've never watched. Never watched. My mom used to watch Charm a lot. I used to see my mom watch Charm a lot. I used to watch American Horror Story. And that shit is coming back. I'm like, what? American Horror Story. They can talk about so much in this season. They're going to go strong about the occult. See, here's the thing. American Horror Story, they exposed it all. American Horror Story, that is a really good show. It exposes to you the hidden occult rituals, the hidden magic ritual that's happening in front of you, in front of your face. It's a lot. But my favorite season is Coven. I love Coven. I can binge that anytime. My I have a friend who used to be like, "Oh, that you watch horror movies." I'm like, I used to love horror movies. Horror movies would tell me a lot spiritually what's going on. I love a horror movie. I love vampire movies. Vampire movies are my favorite because I believe in vampires. I believe in vampires. Vampires are very real. A lot of fucking people are vampires. A lot of people energy has been harvested by vampires where they became one. Huh? Yeah, I've never watched Buffy. God is watching you. I'm done. What the fuck? I guess they a fucking what's those people called Breecash? I guess you a watchman for me then. Talking about God watching me. I guess she a what's it called? A watchman. I know what watchmen are. I read the Bible. I guess she's a watchman with sayings like that. A watchman. Those watchmen always be hidden in some type of evangelist dark shit too. You know, when I hear people say they're in the evangelist church or they're evangelists, I get annoying church vibes. I get Bible witch. I get you're in a hidden dark ether witch shit. You know demon possessed control and you know how to summon demons when you are a fucking evangelist, and you usually have strong ass demons you ride and you play and you talk to and you hear from demons and your demons best friends. I do not trust evangelists. I really don't. I don't trust no religious person. I really don't. I don't trust them, especially when you're heavy in it. You're in some dark shit with that. I don't trust. I believe religious people are. Um. Oh, not her. Oh, I put Evie out. Not you, Evie. You don't supposed to. Not you, Evie. My bad. Not you, Evie. I hit you by accident. Not you, Evie. I wasn't trying to hide you. This Larry Mitchell bitch. He's saying, I don't know. Don't give a fuck. Get the fuck off my channel, you block bitch. It's too culty. It's always mean. Those evangelist occult groups are always mean. If you don't go by the book, it's too rule. If something has a lot of rules for me, I know it. I don't believe in religion. I don't believe in religion. It's man. And I believe evangelists of a certain kind, these women, religious, all religious women have pick me vibes to me. Religious women come from a group of pick me fucking energy. And they're very insecure of the Mary Magdalene women. The women who are their own goddesses that have their own power and don't submit. I don't like a lot of religious women. I feel like religious women can never rule. Religious women are always male identified and they're always getting ruled by a fucking man. I believe a woman who's a witch, she can definitely rule her own place and rule her own world because she being her own god. However, a man in religion, he can become powerful. He can be ruthless. He can be anything. He can show his power in hidden ways. But a woman in religion cannot. Man in religion can always overrule king because it's always put it to be energetically that way, to cover the woman's power, to cover the woman's frequency, and to hide and to abolish what she created. I just still don't see God as man. I see it as mother, father, God. I've been universally taught to say mother, father, God when I connect, when I invoke, when I talk to God. When me and God, me and my highest 4D realm, when we connect as one entity in. And I see and I unlock it's two of the divine feminine, the divine masculine, co-creating in one. So I will never abolish and disrespect women. I never abolish and disrespect men either, because you need men for things too. You do need a man to have a child. Men are programmed for needed things, but they have not been energetically put forward. So we have lost respect for men, but men are needed. Men are needed. Yeah, that's what it means. She's waking up. Not all the time, because some witches are bad. It's a lot of witches that are bad. Not all the time a woman who's waking out of religion, she still have not gotten all her full power and not all her clarity. Here's the thing. You can wake up, but you cannot fully walk in. That is what I always see. A lot of people want to wake up and they want to do, but they can still. I don't see a lot of people that will be able to talk in the 4D realm and walk and talk in it. You have to possess some type of God energy to get it. Not everybody have that ability. Not everybody is supernatural. Not everybody is universally powerful. Some people abilities are higher than others. I have seen that in readings. I have seen strong people who are. And I've seen people really want it badly and they didn't have it. I knew this one lady. She used to always want to be a reader. She could not read. This is her in a reading. She pulling out 10 cards and reading what the card is saying. That's not an energetical reading. That's not a spiritual reading. That is not you spiritually connecting to the divine. That's why I told you guys, I had to get away from cards. I told you I use them sparingly. You don't need to use them all the time. They're a tool. They're just the tool for you. You have the realm. You can see everything through your realm. You don't need, my pineal gland is open where my subconscious can hear and contrast what people are doing and what people are deceiving. I know false deceiving people. I know manipulative. I know kind people. I know what my nervous system work. I know what can block it. I know if I'm nervous, if I have anxiety. I know if it's an energy manipulation, my sense could be wrong. If it's certain things in a fragment that can loose, but you have to somehow contrast and okay, here's the thing when you tap more into the 4D realm. Let's say you're going, it's like going on a water slide. You're going on a water slide. Okay? You're going on a water slide. But what do you do when you go on a water slide? What do you do when you go on a water slide? What do you do when you called on a water slide? You're right, many are called, but few are chosen. When you go on a water slide, you're going in the dark. Guess what you're doing when you tapping into the 4D realm? I go in the dark. When you're waking up at 3 a.m., that's witch hour. You're getting spiritual energy. So you're supposed to be doing some shit off of it. When you got 3 a.m. energy, you need to tap in and get downloads at that time. That's witch hour. That's witch hour. I'm always. Sleep paralysis is multi-dimensional. It can be a 3D attack. 4D is not going to spiritually attack you. So 4D would never spiritually attack you and give you sleep paralysis. The 3D, dark entities, it's a dark attachment, it's a dark spirit of some force that's attacking you if you get sleep paralysis. How you fight sleep paralysis, have a book open. Not have a book open, have the Bible open. Keep the Bible open in your room to Psalms 91. Also, if you put maybe a pendulum, if anybody have a pendulum, I do. Pendulums are very good to use. I do believe in using pendulums, but I don't use them all the time sparingly. Keep your pendulum in your Bible as a daily cleanse, and that you can do connection and you can connect to angels through Psalms 91, because it says, "Behold, I'll send his angels." It's a part of the angels in that verse of Psalms 91. If you keep the pendulum in there, you can connect to the angels. The angels are having a natural cleanse and protect over that pendulum for you to always use. Yeah, that means you're under spiritual attack and you need a spiritual protection. If you're getting, if you get sleep paralysis every now and then, it's more you having a dark attachment still on you. Um, it's more than that. It's more than that you have to do at 3 a.m. I'm not reading you specifically because you have to pay for a question like that. I'm just talking. It's more than just, you do have to meditate, but it's downloads and you have to talk to certain things want you to spiritually talk. So when you tap into the 4D realm, into your pineal gland, you going out of your body. It's a body experience, but it's like going on a water slide. You're whirling all the way down and you're in the dark. So a lot of times it's during the dark you need to do it. I do spiritual baths in the dark. I do a lot of spiritual work in the dark. I do a lot of channeling in the dark. I love to be in the dark. I like to sleep in the dark a lot. A lot of people think that's weird. It's really not. You're born in the dark. You come out in the dark. So that is the spiritual eye opening. Is darkness. It's not a bad thing. You have been taught that dark magic was bad and black magic is bad. It's really not. You've been spiritually put to a lie with that. Um so you are having to open yourself to that when you go. So it's like going on a way. It's like going down a water slide. You're going down the water slide. You come out of it, but when you come out of it, you're going to see. You're going to see. You're going to translate. You're going to see. You can see chaos though when you tap into realms and you see in different realms. You can see chaos. You can see destruction. You can see detachment when you tap into a certain Here's the thing: if you meditate, you're going to see what destruction you need to release, what chaos you need to release. What's the headache? What's the cause? When you meditate, you can see collectively speaking. It's like getting a general reading. Yes, the chosen people have been getting attacked spiritually recently. I have been feeling that. It's crazy you said that. It's something energetic. Here's the thing. A lot of people false deceive as one people. The true spiritualists, yes, we're all going through a self-doubt period. Um, Egg cleanses are kind of weak to me. I like an egg cleanser, but it's not very strong. Strong root work to me, you gotta do a little bit more than the egg cleanse. You gotta go a little bit. That's white shit. That's white witch shit. To me, that's Wicca. That's Wicca. I need hoodoo. I need hoodoo to cleanse. See, affirmations and shit, that's like Wicca to me. That ain't that real shit to me. When I hear, oh, I do. I remember me and my godmama. She was a real hoodoo lady. My godmama, my godmom, she was like, she heard her old boss. Oh, I just pray and meditate to the moon. She's like, oh, that's that Wicca. She do that like that's light shit. You get what I mean? Get into some books of Psalms and you taking a damn spiritual bath, you gonna see some heavy shit off of you. Um, so you're having spiritual downloads. You're just trying to get me to confirm it. You know it too. That means you're getting spiritual downloads if you're going through that. I like shower cleansing too, but what are you using in the shower cleansing? Because you need to use something that is a strong purifier. You need to use Clorox bleach. I like a bath better, and then you can spiritually detox yourself with a shower gel. A spiritual shower gel can heal you. You need some garlic. You need some onion. If you're trying to detox heavy stuff out, Get some onion. Get clove, get lemon, get rosemary, get some refreshment, get bleach, get ammonia, get coffee mix. Coffee mix is very good for spiritual bath. Get creoline. Creoline gets some shit off of you. Creoline is very powerful. My grandma, she used that a lot. I used it too. It's a horrible fucking smell. A lot of hoodoo herbs, a lot of strong hoodoo components have a strong smell to that shit, but it works. I don't use a lot of the herbs that they tell you guys to say. I use valerian root. A lot of people don't even know, but that's a strong hoodoo herb. You throw it in your fucking grass, ain't nobody gonna come to your house to try no shit. You throw valerian root in your house, I mean, on your grass in your house, nothing's gonna come. I throw pepper around my house. I love me some fucking pepper. Some pepper. See, here's the thing. I learned this trick from somebody. This pepper. I learned this last year talking to a good lady. Her name is Miss T. She was my old coworker. Oh my god, that lady was from Mississippi. Bleach, no. Get chlor. I use Clorox bleach all the time in baths. It won't. It won't. It's gonna detox shit and it's gonna cleanse you. Is what it's gonna do. It's not gonna bleach your skin off. It don't. Miss T said when she had these witches, these Bible witches, she said something about it was on a funeral home. She said the church she went to was like not a funeral home. It was like on a grave site. Something like that. She said it was just a strong like witch church. She said they tried to do black magic when she came into her. And she was like, they didn't know I had fucking peppers in my hand. They didn't know what peppers could do. But I've been taught early on about peppers. I'm like, I need to start doing peppers. Since then, I've been doing peppers and I carry peppers on me. That pepper shit work like hell, like magic, like magic, like magic. It works so well. I love using peppers. I love keeping peppers on me. I like to banish with peppers. I like to. You can do a lot with peppers. Peppers is a very powerful domination. It's a That's why they keep salt and pepper on the table when you first come in. They give you hints already. Life is spiritually hinted at what you need to do. I use both. I use ammonia and bleach. I like Clorox bleach and I like ammonia. I love ammonia. People say it's too strong, but I love ammonia. The powerful kill that it do. Ammonia has a lot it can do. Yes, it's a lot ammonia can do. A lot ammonia can kill. And I like to use, yeah. It's a lot. It's a lot. Okay, so what's your question, Royal? Come on. I got your question. What's your question? Um, okay. I'm gonna do princess first. No, royal. How is it royal or royale? Royal or royale? I'm country too. If you cannot tell, and you can laugh at it, I do have a twang when I talk. Um, hey, I just paid for a question. How do I know if a church, what's the church? Just ask me what's the church. Is it under a strong denomination? Here's the thing. All churches are cults. All churches follow Catholic, Baptist. I have talked to clients and friends who have I gotten readings from. And since I can energetically see through things beyond the veil, she was like, I need you for this. And she was like, they're hexing. I'm like, the Buddha place you're at, they're spiritually hexing you. But it's a spiritual, energetic black magic that they're doing to her, where they're bringing energetical demons to her. And that's what I saw in the new Spider-Man. They show what the frequency of what a person do for dark, how it can control something. And that's what those Buddhist people do. Also, especially with some. Oh my God. So you're going through poverty. You need to work with Allegra. When you're dealing with poverty, you need to spiritually connect with Allegra. Give him 4 pennies, but invoke the spirit of him to come more into you. You need to, how you're going to spiritually get out. You're going to get out because of your spiritual discipline. That's how you're going to get out. You won't be in this poverty set for too long. Royalty angels. She won't be in this too long. The issue is you're not creating. You're supposed to be a business owner, but you're not creating. And you're not doing influence. So you need to be on social media doing influence work, but with creative work. So you need to be building your crown chakra because you don't even want to work for nobody. You want to work for yourself. But you may have to get a warehouse job sparingly while you do your own business. That's what you're going to do, but you will get out of this. Um Okay, so with Methodist churches, it does have a cult following too, and they do scare tactic a lot. Methodists do a scare tactic. My great grandmother was Methodist. A lot of black people were Methodist first, is what a lot of people don't know. I know a lot about theology because I have a lot of religious theology people in my family. Methodist is the first black religion, so it's doing a control, and it's doing a very much it's doing a scare tactic. So the minister comes in and do scare tactic and fear mantra. They put you in a fear state of hell with certain Bible verses and they spew out certain things that's going on in the world. They do the same tactic Baptist people do, where they be like, yeah, you have to read Psalms 5 and 4 and 23. Read Psalms 5 and 4 and 23 to overcome your poverty. Psalms 5 23 72. It won't be long. It won't be long with poverty. It will be hustles, and you're going to be daily motivated for your business. This is the strike to get more motivated and to get more business savvy for you. So with Methodist church, it's just like a Baptist church. It flows in and do the same thing. Scare tactic. They do scare tactic. They sometimes do scare tactic a lot. The shady way they're doing it if they need money to come in. Okay, so the minister, I went to church Sunday. I'll tell you guys, I was like, Grandma, let's go to church. I mean, my grandma, because I was like, Grandma, I'll go with you or whatnot. So I go. I like the frequency of what you can get off of a church, off of the meditating state. You can do a lot of magic in a church. You can do a lot of manifestation in a church. I have noticed and I've seen it. However, it's a frequency pull to have you praying to God as you're not God as a whole. So you're getting your frequency down by the church and you're losing all ability because you're giving thanks to somebody you don't even know instead of thanking yourself of what you overcame. It's a false self belief of your own hard work and you needing to release out. But they're putting more, they know how to. Here's the thing. Their demons they talk to, their false profiting that they do or whatnot, they demons know the sadness. They know when you're overcoming something. They know when you're sad about something. That's why prophets always like to mention when you're sad, when you dark. They don't know when that money's all the way coming in. They sometimes can know, sometimes don't know. That's very hard for them to see. But it's a deceptive note that's going on in religion to keep you in control. And they have to do a control thing. It's always going back to control. My dad's a minister. He said the biggest issue with religion is always going back to control with ministers. And once again, a lot of churches are losing a lot of money because a lot of young folks don't go to church and they cannot get upset. It's been an awakening that God is in you, but you have to conquer many things. Now I do believe church need money. Here's the thing. If you're going to church, I do believe you're supposed to tithe. People can be like, what? Yes, you do. You do supposed to tithe in the church. You know what? Are you tying a fucking bartender when you're going inside of a bar? Yes, if you're getting a drink. You should be tipping a reader who's doing an energetical reading for you. That's the same thing with a church. A church need things. A minister who's a good minister and he's delivering good speeches to the congregation, delivering good messages, being a prophet, as he say, and healing a lot of his people through things. They're sick, he's praying over them. He's anointing them. He's giving them divine guiding, spiritual guidance. He should be in a nice fucking house. I know y'all are like, what? He should be in a nice house. I know y'all like, what? He should be in a nice house. That's the thing. He should be in a nice house doing that. A singer should be making millions singing a good ass song. You have an ability to do something and you're doing right with it. You should be making millions off of it. That I don't see nothing wrong with. The deceptive of what you're doing with the money is the issue. Place good, bless people. Bless people sparingly, willingly. Get your money out of it too. Their gifts is not helping people, it's helping them. They're not helping people because they're not spiritually helping people. They're never spiritually helping people. They're never spiritually helping people. Now sometimes that prophet is helping people in the church. That prophet, now some ministers do help, because my cousin, she goes to Pastor Mike, what is his name on TikTok, Pastor Mike. Now he has one of those mega churches, but I've heard stuff he said and it does help me. But once again, like him and like TD Jakes and like Joel Osteen, they all are motivational speakers. They can tell you better days ahead. That's all they're telling you. Oh, better days ahead. You're going to get up. You can but they're not telling you that communication door with God. They're not still telling you that 4D communication in spirit. It's a few shadow works teachings that they do, but they're still praying to a God. It's still giving false respect, and you're still not getting power with yourself, and you're still not having self-discovery of who you are on the spiritual standpoint. You're just still realizing you're just a child of God. That's all you're spiritually learning. Okay, you're a child of God, but what divinity, what ancestral lineage, where do you telepathically come from? Why in this bloodline you have this blood prototype? Why are you accumulating this? Why are you toxically having this in your life? And then for women, it's never good. You can never be a goddess in church. You can never be. You're always foreshadowing or for hiding something. And you're always trying to portray a certain image. A woman in the church is always trying to portray a certain image. And she always have to be subject. She can never be her own. She can never be her own. She always... Who the fuck is Stanley? Like, I don't watch a lot of ministers. That's one thing you're going to know. I don't do religion. I don't. I just know a few people and I see clips of certain things. I don't like TD Jakes and his weird ass daughter, his black duel daughter, because she's a duel. They're the black duel. So I'm shocked Oprah did a Greenleaf. I watched Greenleaf. That was the truth about Southern churches that follow that Eastern Star Key. They was telling you what goes in the church. She knew her daughter got molested in the church. They follow in certain they follow certain things and certain key ideal. And when their king died, that's when the world collapsed in the Black Duell family. Because that's what happened in Eddie Long family. And they lied about his health. He had AIDS. And I'm so tired of people lying. I'm so tired of my grandma keep telling me, oh, he had cancer. That nigga had AIDS. He was an AIDS patient. Yeah, Greenleaf was my show too. It was really good. The ending got off to me. They didn't need to add certain shit in there. Certain shit was... It's TV. Like, but they showed you the truth about those evil minister families that follow the Eastern Star Masonic thing. And they follow it in child lust, child pedophilia, and the daughter always get ritualized and abused. It's always one of the daughters. That's why his daughter getting pregnant at 14, TD Jakes. You have to look at what all did his kids do, but they have spiritually hid for a long time. TD Jakes' son is gay. Like, why is that? Yeah, the ending to Greenleaf, I was like, what's going on here? What's going on? I used to watch the OWN network with my grandma because those are black women shows. Those are anything with Tyler Perry is a black woman show to me. I used to watch Have and the Have Nots. It got off. Once again, that got off. That got off. Why did everybody have to die at the end? I like Beauty in Black. Beauty in Black is about a few famous people in one. Tyler Perry wrote that about a lot of people. I feel some of these scenes have Beyonce life in it. Like just right when I watch certain scenes, I'm like, it has certain Beyonce life in it, in certain immorality, but it is about a family. It is about a family. I was wondering, was this connected to Johnson and Johnson family? Who does the baby oil? Because they're having stuff about cancer and stuff right now. I don't watch the OWN network. I see Iyanla got her show now, her show back, but I don't like Iyanla Van Zant. I do not trust nobody who's to call themselves a spiritualist and is in that elite system. I don't trust you. You are a gatekeeper. You are a liar. And she's not that spiritually powerful like y'all think. She's a spiritual gift of fucking gab. She can gab you all fucking day. She has not healed nobody. She's not healed Leandria Johnson. She is a spiritual detour to come in like a Oprah Winfrey, and she blackmail you and you tell all your shit on TV. She interviewed all these people she's helping and nobody life she fixed. I do not see good in that lady, and I so get she sacrificed her daughter. So got she sacrificed hers. Yeah, she gives me sneaky vibes. She knows the key, but she's gatekeeping in a lot of ways. She gatekeeps in a lot of ways, and she doesn't help all the way. She's not that. Just because you can kill a goat and you can tell somebody to get a goat, she's another grifter. Yeah, she is. Just because you could tell somebody to skin a chicken or a goat and tell them to drink that chicken or goat does not make you powerful. Just because you use goats and chickens does not make you powerful. A lot of voodoo priestess used it. I don't see a lot of voodoo priestess as powerful as they think. They have a high initiation power in it, but they've lost their key power in it. Keep using and manipulation things for dark. A lot of things have handled in bad for them, and they have turned in their abilities for dark, and certain spirits work with their ether and they lose their abilities. When you always operate in a dark ether in the spiritual realm, and the dark ether is hexing people, doing black magic, siphoning their abilities, fucking with kids to do an energy exchange usage, doing energetic mantra, trying to mark your territory and own things, um, siphoning spiritually, emotionally weighing out, purging people out. That is dark things as well. Dark manipulation. You don't stay a reader that long. You don't stay having that ether mantra. It does not keep you in a good stoke. I don't think dark readers or dark spiritualists of any kind, they end up losing something in exchange for their darkness, is what I see. It's always something you have to sow a seed to your maker. You have to talk to them, you have to communicate, you have to weigh someone in as a strong death out. By the way, okay, do I want to say this? Do I want to say this? I don't know. I don't I don't like how Iyanla Vincent, just like I don't like a Tyler Perry. They're always pretending when the cameras are there. I don't like Tyler Perry. He's always for show to me. He's always for show. He's always just going to be for show to people. With Tim Curry, it was a sacrifice involved. Tim Curry's soul was sacrificed out. So sacrifices come through spiritual health. I mean, through physical health decline, but it was spiritually set up for you to be sacrificed out. So somebody ritualized and handled you. So with Tim Curry, you have to look at his family. It's himself with Tim Curry. I don't. Okay, with the Medea, that's a ritual. I don't trust Eddie Murphy dressing up as a woman. I don't trust none of them dressing up as women. I don't like it. I don't like when they do it. I see, but beyond it, I see them being handled more when they do wear the dress. They get handled more when they wear their dress. It's more you handle your ritualize quickly. I don't like when I see I just don't like it. I don't like it. I don't like Here's another thing. Y'all can get the fuck upset. I don't like seeing Dwayne Wade's daughter I mean transgender daughter in a fucking dress. I don't like seeing that child to me has been humiliated and ritualized to the extent too much. It's something going on with D Wade's child. Very much, and Gabrielle Union got a strong hand in that shit. Strong hand, strong upper hand in initiating it and pulling it for her fucking advantage. Um, so Eddie Murphy has a transgender son now too because his daughter with Mel B is now a boy. I'm like, okay. He follows under Satanism too. Like they're all under these oaths where they kids no. 18 years old, no. Maybe 23, where your body's still fully developed, and you'll get hormones in, and you won't go through a spiritual defect. I mean, a spiritual mental health defect, because that's what you're going through. Because the brain is not fully developed, and you're doing a hormonal change on a child that's going to cause a mental health issue for that child. I'm not here for that. Um, Eddie Mur- Eddie Murphy now got a transgender son. Like they all have transgender kids. Jamie Lee Curtis, J Lo, daughter now dressed up like a boy. Um, mm, they all have a transgender kid. Oh, even when they adopt kids, they kids be transgender. Mm, okay. A lot of people don't want to hear that, but not everything is a coincidence. Something in the milk is just not strangely clean. And these kids are ritualized. Just like Northwest is ritualized in your face. And Northwest whole ass mama do not care. Her mama do not care. Her mom is a psychopath. She cares nothing much about her greed. That she don't care. She don't care that she has to ritualize out her daughter. She don't care. Jazz parents is weird to me. I I don't trust transgenderism at 5, 8. When I see that, you let a girl be a boy, a girl turn into a boy at 5, just because they said that. When kids say anything, you're just okay with that. Okay, they're signaling for their advantage. It's a higher advantage that they're doing signaling and getting in just a higher initiation in it. So that's what they're doing by it. They're false deceiving you, thinking, oh, it's just us loving our kids, us. Mm. They all fall in it, and they're all in it. They all in it. He looks very sick. He's very sick, is what I'm showing. Lil Wayne is not the best right now. He's not thinking, and he could be having a drug problem again. But he goes on and off with substances. He has an own current issue with substances really badly. Huh? Okay. Yeah. But I gotta do some more videos, y'all. I need to do more video. Inverted is similar. Inverted is more similar, but you have two body parts at one. Michelle Obama is more inverted, but Michelle Obama man side is coming out. So when I see interviews of Michelle Obama, I see her man figure coming out. I see Big Mike coming out. She has a penis. Like it's there. She did not physically give birth to those kids. They're false deceiving you guys. She's not all woman. They hide it really good, but it's been coming out on her when you really look at her on that podcast. She's also spiritually deceiving people. She's very evil. She's been doing shit that her husband been doing in different countries to fuck up this country. And she's been false deceiving the public like she really give a fuck about us. I don't know why people like her. She don't really like black people either. Now she don't like white folks. I get that, but she don't really like poor black people. She's an opportunist in a lot of ways to the black community. Michelle Obama falls to deceive you. She manipulates you through her teeth. Um, Yeah, so it's a lot. I don't know why Africans like Obama. Obama did a lot of shit in the countries of Africa to fuck them up. So I energetically don't know why people are under mind control to think the Obamas are okay, but the Obamas are agreed to do certain things, and the Obama do it willingly. And Obama is always for different countries. He's never for America. He's never for Obama. He's done a lot for the military system that was not in the best shape. Obama has did a lot of things in office. He's been deceiving people as he's this one thing, but he's not. He's not this great hope like you guys think. Um I think that they're very loyal to people who that works with them because it's a lot of people that work with the Obamas. A lot of people. I believe if you keep their dirty work, keep everything private, be their mule, do everything. You always have to be initiated into something though by association, by hanging with them, so that they can trust you all the way in. So you have to be initiated under something with the Obamas, and they do some type of. She doesn't even call him Obama. She lies because his real name is Barry. Obama has been a spy for a very long time as well too. He comes through as a honeypot. His mama was a honeypot. A lot of people don't know that his mom was a honeypot to get the drugs in for certain people. It's like she would set up certain men, so she'd be at the bar, but she's setting up the man, and she's always been in the key of CIA, and she's always gave him CIA information, but he's always moved like a rat. And if he feel like you're ratting on him, he's gonna he's high in it. That's why he's always been good, and he's always been good at laying low at it, but knowing a few things. But he's always had a higher up advantage in favor of things he can energetically pull through things he's in. That's why he's such. That you are a mayor in a city like Chicago with crime, somehow you are knowing about the drugs and you're accumulated and you're involved in an export change with drugs. Um, are you talking about Malia? Because Malia has attraction to women, not really Sasha. Malia has an attraction to women. But Malia had a drug problem going on at one time. It's been drugs that his older daughter has played with. But his daughter has a drug problem like him because he has a coke problem. A strong coke problem. He manipulates a lot of lies through his teeth. He plays his game. He's always been false, deceiving people, and he was in on some things with Trump, and he was betraying and distrusting people. He was in with some shit with Trump. Why I don't really fuck with him, because he's false, deceive people a lot. Him and Michelle are not together either. They have been separated for a while. They can do a lot of spiritual work to hide through energetic things that they don't want out, energetic things that they've done dark pull to, dark connection with. They have worked with Hove, Camel Face. They've worked with Jay-Z with a lot of things. They're connected in a lot of ring ties with him. Their ring ties are very connected to him, in plural with him, connected to, agreed to, officiated, assisted, ringleaded, dilated into some things, co-connected into some things, agreed to some things, deceived at some things. Obama deceived people in some things too, and he tricked people too. He's a trickster. Obama's a strong trickster. Strong manipulation trickster, I give him. He's a manipulating trickster like he is good. Camel Face is very corrupt. Very corrupt. And they work in 3 different orders than one. So I would not trust working with Obama. Me personally, if you work 3 ways than one, you'll easily set me up in an advantage for the other area you're in too. Because he set up people with their businesses too, and he's failed people if it's for a beneficial reason. Like in this exchange, he cover ups things and hide and manipulate in another. He's a good charmer. He's a good charmer. He's a good manipulator. He's always been a good energetic manipulator, good at it, good at playing one thing, then he's not. He does like men, so that's not really a lie. But he likes white dudes, I see. I would not count on Obama because he's down with everything and he agrees to too much. He agrees to too much and he does too much still. He still do a lot still sparingly. It's been some disagreements with him and Michelle about what all he does. She's just tired of the White House. She's tired as a whole, but they really want her to run. It's a big push. Since she's tranny, she could win. Because they will let a woman win if it's a man presenting. But they do, it's a push to try to get her, but she don't want it energetically. She don't. She don't want to enter. She's lying. She's manipulating people as a whole. Oh, she's manipulating well. So it was another reader. It was a confirmation. It was a reader that I used to talk to a lot. She was really good. She was an African. She said she saw Michelle in a dream. And she kept asking for Archangel Michael. And she was like, and she did a smile. And she was like, that's her confirmation. That's a dude. That's a man. And I have a lot of people that cancel me. I have a lot of people that unfollow me for it. I just have to sit here and be real. A lot of people be like, what? You hate black women? It's a lot of white ones that be men's, but she's one too. Like, she just is. And Ivanka Trump could be inverted too. I wouldn't mind if they gave Ivanka Trump presidency. Even though she moves like a dictator, she moves like, no, she moves too much like a dictator. And she'll easily have us in a fucking war with her mind state, because she shoots like an arrow. He's just a figurehead like, oh. He doesn't make real deal decisions, but he agreed to certain things, and he have a certain leverage of power where he's connected in. But he has certain things he agreed to, and he's a pawn at. He's a pawn at a greater game, greater grand scheme of things. The president don't run things there. It's a head over them. It's a head of the table over them. But they have to agree to certain things. And they here to play. Now they like presidents to play as actors. energetic actors. Like, we're already knowing a war is going to happen, but let's cause fear, let's cause chaos, let's diffuse things, cause more chaos, cause more distraught, and then have this play out. So they have things already initiated in, but Trump doesn't go along with everything, and he doesn't play along. He blows whistle by the horn, and he doesn't agree to certain things, and he goes by his own terms. But he'll rather let things be fucked up by his own terms. It's where he goes by his own terms with a lot of things. I do see, but I don't like no president. That's the thing. I don't like Trump either. I can see Trump is better than Kamala to one president, but I don't like him either. I liked him better to win, but I don't like him either. Um, Gavin Newsom, he's very racist. Gavin Newsom likes trannies a lot too in his energy. So if you see a wife with Gavin Newsom, that's a man dressed up as a woman. Gavin Newsom, he's into some weird things. Gavin Newsom is into some energy control. He's into some things being as California governor. Here's the thing, when you're California governor, you're a plant in. With California governors, they're a plant in by something that they're associated highly up with, and they work in political factors, and they'll do political contrasting, and they do universal key themes of components. So as far as air pollution, they do weird shit. Don't trust them fires that happen in California. Gavin worked as a good puppet, but as a good control puppet. You can control him good, and he can control how he wants things to be mantra. And he'll lie, and he'll put a smile on his fucking face like Kamala, where they snoring a lot of fucking coke before they come in. And everything's fine, but they just did a whole fucking line in the fucking back. But I'm done with videos. I gotta do videos. Y'all, I gotta do videos. I'm about to take a gummy. I got about 10 more videos to do today. So let me get to videos. Y'all have a good day, and I'm going to do more videos. I'll probably do a part 2 about Dolly Parton. But thank y'all so much for watching.